Alrighty, another review. Here we go. Magazine Dreams. Woohoo. Here we go. So, Magazine Dreams, Jonathan Majors, has been making news. He has a new movie coming out. This movie was coming out in 2023, shortly, later in the year of Creed 3 and Ant-Man. And 2023, but Jonathan Majors has, he got in some legal trouble. We're not going to go through that. And for the most part, he was found guilty, but then I think someone checked. I think he's been guilty of what anything he's doing, like a rehabilitation. But I think he was somewhat exonerated. It's a long story, but we can talk about it in the comments. So, like I said, let's have a discussion about it or not. But this film finally came out, and I'm very moved by this film. And this film, had he not gone through the legal stuff, I think he would have been part of the award season. Oh, for sure, 100%. Maybe he still will. I think John Majors is a powerhouse actor, man. I remember him from when I first seen it, Lovecraft Country, The Harder They Fall, Loki, and he did a bunch of other films. And such an amazing performer, and he's been through a lot, man. And whatever your opinion of John Majors is, I'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'm all open for it. That's what it is. Even though maybe no one will comment, that's fine. I think it's interesting seeing the interview. I think he did Sherry Shepherd. I think he did what else he do? The View, probably? No. I think it was Sherry Shepherd. I know Breakfast Club 105.1 is a big one. Those are the two big ones he did, and a couple of small ones. But yeah, this film is I'm really impressed with this film, and it reminds me of films I watched that talked about mental health. There's a movie called Chronicle, 2012, and it was in that film Michael B. Jordan, directed by wonderful Josh Trank, and dives into mental health. It was very Anakin Skywalker, that film is Chronicle, but it dived into sort of this notion of how a person turns bad. This movie that Anna Eckhart did, he knows him from Harvey Dent from The Dark Knight. He did a movie with Jennifer Aniston called Love Happens. It's about a motivational speaker, and his life sort of unravels when he falls in love, and it talks about power of mental health. And we go to another movie called The Invisible. Justin Chatwin, he was from that Dragon Ball movie. He was in Lost, but great performer in War of the Worlds. The Invisible, it's about a guy who is really in a bad place in life emotionally, gets horribly bullied, almost dies, and becomes a ghost, and he has to figure out a way to survive and stay alive. But we learn about the person who bullied him, and it's a woman, and it's a powerful story about bullying, mental health, and redemption. And it was episode if you're any Supernatural fans, the Supernatural Season 8 episode Bitten is excellent take on mental health. But going back to Jonathan Majors, especially with Black men in America, we're living in a time where Black men are so broken. And John Majors plays a guy named Killian Maddox, and he's an inspiring bodybuilder, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And, but you can tell that he's had a lot of trauma in his life. A lot. It's not great. And you can tell him just trying to keep a job, trying to socialize, going on a date with a pretty woman played by the gorgeous Haley Bennett. And that date scene in the restaurant, oh, it is so uncomfortable. And it's heartbreaking to go through a trauma, and then he's taking care of his sick grandfather who's so nice, encouraging to him. But what's so tragic, though, is that imagine going through all this, having a bad childhood, but trying to be a one-man inspirational hype man. And that only works so much until it just implodes. It's interesting. It's interesting seeing that, it's kind of heartbreaking to watch, and you sort of see it. And he's just trying to stay afloat, trying to become a bodybuilder and just navigating through his mental prison he's in. But it's a great title, Magazine Dreams, the dreams that we see we want to be. And it's a powerful image, though, where he has a picture of his body that he wants to be. But we realize that, okay, you're trying so hard to be someone else. You're not. And toward the end of the film, he ends up putting a picture of himself. And it's a powerful dynamic there. And yeah. It was pretty powerful. pretty powerful, pretty moving. And yeah, and John does such a good job at performance. It's so raw. It's so powerful, heartbreaking. But luckily, it is in a way a happy ending. There's some moments in the film where it takes a turn. 2 moments where it's like, oh no. It is a moment where it's don't meet your heroes. Let's put it that way. And there's another scene where it goes like, oh boy, it spirals out of control where it almost becomes so bad. But he ends up bouncing back. And but it's interesting, I think in life people go through so much social anxiety. What happens with trauma is left unhealed, unchecked. Oh, then there was that dynasty where he confronts the white family. Oh boy, ooh, that was rough. But yeah, I think we're living in a time now that a lot of people are hurting, and I think a lot of times we try so hard to work on ourselves physically, but what about mentally? Because we can fix ourselves mentally, then fix ourselves physically is the next step. But it's an interesting time, and it's just so. And Majors does a fantastic job. There was a fantastic performance, and I think for Jonathan Majors, I think throughout this whole legal stuff, I think he's opened up how he struggled. And I think the relationship that kind of spiraled out of control. I think ultimately you need the right woman in your life to sort of find the healing process as well. But I'm glad that he found Megan Good, who's a wonderful woman, a gem. I think they're engaged now. I hope it lasts. I really hope it does. I think with relationships, I'm not a relationship expert, but I think ultimately how I feel is, I think if you're a broken person who is struggling, if you're in a relationship, but that woman is struggling too, that could be kind of hard. It's like broken people trying to fix a broken person, and then they're looking for something and it's not the right thing, and then it implodes. Going back to Jerry Springer, rest in peace. When I was a kid, I did not like Jerry Springer. I hate him, but he scared me. I found this show was very scary to watch. People being chaotic all the time. But toward the end of his life, I love and appreciate him much more. Rest in peace, Jerry Springer. What Jerry Springer's show was trying to do was paint a picture of society. We are broken. We are lost people. Yeah, it's entertainment, fight, blah, 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 stuff, but it's painting a picture of society of what we need to do, why things do not go the way they do. What happens when we don't take care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and how it can explode. And you see always news reports of just terrible things happening in relationships now. So, yeah, whatever opinion Jonathan Majors is, that's your opinion. I'm happy to talk about it. But it's nice to know that Jonathan Majors is in a new phase of his life. I hope it continues. I think he should come back to Marvel. We'll see what happens. There's still time. I wish him all the best, and I hope we'll see him in Creed 4 if it ever happens. But honestly, nowadays we're seeing a lot of broken people out there who are struggling and they lose their lives, but a lot of people who are just not healthy. It's like they're making decisions that are just hurting other people. So anyway, whether you see it or not, it's an interesting film. But for that film alone, this film is an excellent lesson into mental health. And for that alone, I think it's worth a watch. But it's R-rated. It's tough to watch. Yeah. And the behaviors mirror a lot of feelings that people are having now. So I recommend it. We'll see. So yeah, definitely a great film to watch. And Majors delivers a great performance. The reviews are great, which is good. Box office, not the best. It's an indie film, so hopefully it can at least make $1 million. That's kind of a win. So yeah. That is Magazine Dreams. Jonathan Majors delivers a great performance. Taylor Page, great actress. She was in the movie Chad Boseman, and she did a very racy strip club film called Zola, which I saw, which was an interesting movie. And Haley Benn has always been great. She's fantastic. She was in Magnificent Seven. So yeah, Magazine Dreams. That's the film.